Everybody, I hope you guys had a great Sabbath, and I hope this next week is full of blessings for you. I want to take a few minutes and talk about Charlie Kirk. Now, everybody these days is talking about Charlie Kirk, particularly with what happened last week, but what I wanted to kind of talk about was Charlie Kirk, the Sabbath keeper. And I'm not hearing a whole lot about that specific. You hear a lot of stuff about his faith and his activism. And what I knew Charlie Kirk for was his debates that he had. And I didn't follow him very much at all, but that was mostly because he held to the same views I did, and there wasn't really any new information that I could glean from him. And hearing a whole bunch of people give somebody who's conservative a hard time, like pretty much almost all the time, it's just kind of got old. But nonetheless, I found out here on Thursday or Friday that he did the Sabbath, and I was like, really? And so I fact-checked it. And sure enough, man, I mean, the guy did the Sabbath, and he was very, very focused on the Sabbath. And in fact, actually, the book that is coming out has everything to do with the Lord telling people to do the Sabbath. And I just thought that was incredible, just awesome. I mean, I've always really appreciated the fact that his views and his moral compass and his faith really lined up a lot with mine. I just didn't realize the Sabbath aspect did. And in this day and age where most people who are going from a classic Sunday mainstream church to a Sabbath orientation because the Lord's calling his people to Sabbath now, and that's pretty much across the board. To hear that Charlie Kirk was a Sabbath keeper it just blew my mind. But it got me to thinking that I think the time is coming for those people who are doing the Sabbath to come together. And when I say that, I'm not talking about a function of like ecumenicalism or unity by doing the same thing and that sort of thing, because I really believe that unity comes from us following the Lord in the same way. And when we focus on doing what the Lord wants us to do, that's where the unity comes in. It's not a function of us agreeing together. That's not the key thing. The key thing is that we agree together on the Savior. We agree together on Christ to make him first and foremost. I wanted to encourage you guys out there who are doing the Sabbath, who are not enamored by Judaism, who have not been sucked into the tradition of Judaism. At first, I thought I was alone. We've been doing this for like 25 years, and longevity doesn't make you accurate. But we don't see very many people who are Sabbath-keeping, Torah-observant, Spirit-filled, Christ-centered, New Covenant-believing people. We just don't see that very often. If you also are a Sabbath keeper like Charlie Kirk, someone who does the Sabbath, who has not been enamored by Judaism, who not only does the Sabbath, but does the Torah because the Torah is the extension of the New Covenant. If you are that, if you're Ephraim, if you are a Spirit-filled Christian believer, doing the Sabbath, following Torah, it's time for us to stand together. It's time for us to have a common point of contact, and I would like to be one of those points of contact. Let's get together. We need to pray for each other. We need to support each other. We need to encourage each other. And I want you guys to know, you are not alone. I was not alone. I had no idea. Charlie Kirk was one of those type of people, and I was not alone. He was one of my people. He was one of us. Charlie Kirk was one of us. And you need to know that you're not alone either. May the Lord bless you, and may he keep you, and may his face shine upon you. God bless.